So delighted to be joined once again by Bobby Wilkinson, the head coach here at Swindon Supermarine. A few days removed from a doubleheader, busy doubleheader in the FA Cup. First of all, you've had a couple of days to reflect. Start with the Saturday game, 1-1 draw away, red card as well. How pleased were you with the spirit that your team showed to come back and get that replay?
Yeah, I'm delighted with the boys and everyone at the football club for us to go 1-0 down. And I think I said in my interview after, we had everything thrown at us on the day. For instance, I lost my main centre half in the warm-up at literally 2:40. So we had to make a quick change there. Then I lost my captain after about 15 minutes, which was a big blow for us because of his experience and what a great right back he is. Then I had to take my centre midfielder off because he had had two silly tackles, got booked. So we were very cautious about that. And then about another 10 minutes later, I had someone sent off. And then another 10 minutes after that, we went 1-0 down. So everything that was thrown at me was a challenge on the day, but one that we thrived on. And I left two up front. I took a fullback off and put a winger on and played wingers at fullback. And we're very fortunate that we ended up getting a draw in the 95th minute and bringing them home. So my management team, my players, they deserve all that credit for listening to what I needed them to do. And they went out and done it. And we achieved the miracle really on the day for everything that was thrown at us.
Let's switch to the Monday night game at here, beautiful stadium that it is, the Imagine Cruising Stadium. 2-0 win, through to the next round. Job done, isn't it?
Yeah, job done. We've gone there away from home and brought them back here. And then at times we were electric here on Monday night. And it was a brilliant crowd here on Monday night. And I think the chairman was very impressed with what he's seen. So he was really pleased with that. But the boys came out because we had 4 or 5 playing out of position again because of the injuries we've had. But we didn't worry about it. We just set up right and we attacked them on the evening and ended up getting a 2-0 win. Could have been more.
You talked about injuries. We'll get to the cup draw in a sec, but you talked about injuries. So you got a few players out. You've got Joe Beardwell still out for the moment. Nick Rhodes ruled out for this weekend's double, but potential returns. Ollie Case, how's he doing? And can you give us an update on George Legg and Sam Turl as well?
Yeah, please? And Max Hemmings. Max Hemmings is, as everyone knows, came down to Weymouth with me. He's been the captain here in pre-season. He's so experienced and he's an ex-pro. So to be missing him and Joe Beardwell, who's about another 4 weeks. Ollie Case now is basically fit. He went out to Fairford and got a couple of games. Leggy's still another 4 or 5 weeks. As you can see, the players that I'm talking to everyone, and I'm trying to always keep the fans up to date with everything because they're more important as well than just us here at the ground. I think it's so important. Communication's key on and off the pitch. You know, it's the spine of my team that are being affected at the moment, which is, you know, can be heartbreaking some weeks when you want all your best players on the park. But when people come in and do the jobs they've been doing is fantastic. But I reckon 4 or 5 weeks before everyone's back on the pitch. Nick Rhodes is still 50-50 for this week. Sam is 50-50. He's going to try and train tonight. So them two might make it this weekend, at least one of the games out of the two. But whatever is thrown at us, we'll take that challenge on.
I do want to talk to you. Sid, he's hit the ground running here. A couple of goals, very good player. What have you made of his impact so far?
He's been absolutely outstanding. Recruitment in the summer is so important. You've got to know the player you want, the calibre of player you want. And, you know, why I'm really pleased with my squad at the moment because of how fit and organised we are. Everyone's talking about that because if your players aren't fit, that's the manager's fault. No one else's. If your players aren't organised, that's the manager's fault. So we've got organised. We've gone with a lot of pace and power as well. And Sid came into this group. And he's been a credit to work with. He plays on the shoulder, he's quick, he's fast, and he knows where the back of the net is. And I think that's 3 or 4 goals for him now since the start. So that's really pleasing for him. But everyone's given a shift and playing really well for the football club. They're wearing a badge of pride. It showed it on Saturday because for us to go through was just phenomenal achievement in the end.
Double header weekend just gone. Again, double header weekend, Saturday and Monday. Willand Rovers, the first opponent at this wonderful home stadium of ours, yet to win in the league. A draw and a defeat to Bristol Manor Farm, that defeat. What do you expect from the match?
Yeah, they've got some very tricky players. They look very organised. They normally play on a low block. They're very good defenders, so they're going to be hard to break down. I watched them yesterday. Got a very good left winger, very good centre forward. Very impressive. The two holding midfielders. Fullbacks like to bomb on, but it's something we'll be working on in training tonight. And we don't look at what they've done so far. What we do, we just look at, how can we improve ourselves to beat them and be ready for them tactically as well. So it's another challenge for us. Before we can worry about Monday, we've got to see if we can pick up a point or 3 points here on Saturday.
And the matches coming thick and fast. I mentioned doubleheader weekend Monday as well. Shaftsbury.
Yeah.
They look pretty good this season. 4-0 and a 5-1 win already this season. That's some goals.
Yeah, well, I used to train there with Weymouth. We used to train there. It was our training facilities during the winter when we had problems to train. They're very experienced this year. They're pumping a lot of money out here. They're in a different world to us when it comes to money and what they're trying to achieve there. Very good people over there, very good chairman. We go there with that brilliant challenge, but we go there as underdogs on the day. But if we could turn up and play how we've been playing, let's see where we end up. But one game at a time for us.
And finally, let's go back to the FA Cup. First round qualifying draw. Bit of a trek near the Cornish border in Devon, Tavistock.
Yeah, someone said that to me because the week after we got Exmouth, haven't we, in the trophy?
Yeah.
So both our draws have been absolute terrible draws for away journeys, but it means we get to look at them for when we play them in the league, and then I get to see what we're up against because I'm still studying and learning this league myself. So whatever it will be. And like I said to you before, what I try and look for is if you get a game, you want it to be a 50-50 game. It's a 60-40 game to them because they got home advantage. But could we go there, bring them back here on the Monday night? If not, pull out a little shock result. But now it's going to be about preparation, travelling there, how we prepare right. So we'll do everything right and we'll go and give ourselves a chance. And I'd love to get into the next round for the chairman and the football club.
Yeah, because it's not the only time you're going to go there this season. So 2.5 hour journey. I was looking at it on Google Maps. Is this the kind of stuff where you have to travel so much? You miss like little chef stuff to just hang out with the boys and get a meal on the way?
No, what I always do is we will stop off for 15 minutes and then we stop off for half an hour where they get something to eat. We'll have a walk. All that's been planned properly. We've got a nice luxury coach, is how you need to. Preparation is very key. So the club have backed me fully support on that because there is a lot of travelling in this league, which happens wherever you go. It's how you adapt and how you prepare for that situation. But these lads are a credit for the way they prepare right and they're trying to do things right. We're not always going to get it right. Like, for instance, when we lost last week, preparation for me wasn't good enough, but they've learned from that. And as long as we can be better every single week, away from home and at home, and we've got a chance to, just trying to improve each week. I don't want to put no pressure on these boys. They're putting pressure on themselves. All I want to do is make sure the standards stay high and we try and do things correctly and work hard and coach them the best we can.